Hi. We were just having a conversation. Pete wanted to take me so that he can show you the conversation we're having. I was telling Peter that I sit on the board for the Chamber of Commerce on their executive, and I chair the advocacy committee. And one of the things we advocate for at the chamber is you can't have a strong business community without a strong community, and you can't have a strong community without everybody being taken care of. What I was telling them about was one of our mandates under security or under that whole pillar is homelessness. What do we do about homelessness? And I mentioned that I believe there's at least five different subsets of homeless that are out there and nuances in each one, be it mental health, drug addiction, socioeconomic, multi-generational trauma, and you name it. There's you can expand on that obviously considerably. And I was also mentioning that we were talking about asylums and everything else, but a lot of people complain about homelessness today. Well, what are we going to do? What are we going to do? And what I was just about to tell him before he said he wanted to record this is we got to not only identify what to do about the homeless today, but we also have to identify what went wrong with them and try to divert the batch of homeless people that are cooking in the oven right now that are only in grade 5, grade 6, grade 7. A lot of these kids are missing out on mental health, solid nutrition, even social services in the home. One of the points I was going to mention to Peter before he wanted to record this was half. We have what's called the by names list, and the by names list is all the people that they survey on the streets. And we have about 500 in Moncton right now that are considered in the homeless or in that or housing displaced. Of the by names list, half were part of the social system where they were wards of the state at one point or another. Either they were incarcerated as children, or they were in foster care, or a few other different categories. But it goes to show that I think we can't complain about. I mentioned one time there was a bunch of old people kind of voicing about homelessness at an event with the mayor one time, and I stood up and I mentioned, listen, if you want to talk about what's the problem right now, you got to look at yourself in the mirror and talk about all the tax cuts you guys wanted in the 80s that was going to social programs, to social housing, to all these other things. So I think that's where some of the crux is. We need to divert more energies towards children, security, boys and girls clubs, something where kids can have a positive outlook, and that will divert a lot of the flow of the people that are going to become homeless in 10 to 15 years.
Wow. Well said. Thanks, man.